What's up, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be giving you the top 10 loadouts you can be using right now in Warzone 3, and I'm also going to give you a set of perk packages that you can also be running right now. That way you kind of know what's good and what's not good on Rebirth Island. If you find this video helpful or you're screenshotting these loadouts, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that noty bell so you don't miss another video, and you can always stay up to date on the current meta. Let's get into it. All right, so for my perk packages, I'm going with Mountaineer, easily the most broken perk in the game right now, I guess, but man, Mountaineer is just so nice to have, especially on Rebirth Island, to not take any fall damage while jumping off the buildings, or you can even take a zip line and just land right on your enemy and destroy them, so you're not taking any fall damage there either, and it's quite nice. The next one I'm running is double time, and I'm running double time strictly for the increased tack sprint duration and reduced refresh time. So like, I'm just gonna be sprinting for longer than my enemy, which is super nice to have. Then for perk 3, I'm running quick fix. Quick fix is so crucial to have, especially when you're getting shot at, you're trying to run away, and you're trying to plate as well. So run quick fix. Another solid one is primed. Really helps in those close range gunfights with your SMGs. So run either one of those. A lot of fun to run, but I'm running quick fix. And then for perk 4, I've got like 3 options for you. So first of all, high alert, super crucial to have, so you know when you're getting looked at from anywhere on the map. Basically on a Rebirth, it's like up to like so many meters, and on Rebirth it's pretty much everywhere. So once you're getting looked at, you'll know, which is super nice to have. Another one I've been testing is Ghost. Ghost works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't, but I noticed that I do end up running it a little bit more than I used to, and it has helped a little bit, but again, I like high alert a lot more. The next one, I like flex. Audio is always a problem in Warzone. Flex does help quite a bit with that, especially with airstrikes, all the airstrikes and crap going on. There's so many, they need to take some out of the game. Seems like out of every chest you get one. So that's my 2 cents there. Flex is really solid as well, and I'm gonna be trying out Resolute a little bit more lately too. Every time I shoot at somebody, they get away with Resolute, so maybe it has got like a secret buff or something. We'll check it out, but those 4 are really solid. I think I like high alert though the most. That's what I'm going to be running. All right, so for this first set of loadouts, we're going with the SVA 545 and the Ram 9. For this SVA 545, I like the Zeman compensated flash muzzle, the SDV precision barrel, the high grain rounds here. I like the 60 round mag, and the Jack glassless optic or the Choreo Eagle's Eye. Completely up to you. Show this full loadout to you here in the firing range. Now this is full auto for that SVA 545. Pretty easy to control, not terrible, pretty solid at range 2. And then of course you have the no recoil burst edition here, just absolutely insane. Again, you can use that Choreo Eagle's Eye if you want a little bit more zoom, but completely up to you there. That's so good. And then for this Ram 9, I'm going with the Speedway V5 short barrel, the XRK Edge hand stop underbarrel, the 50 round mag, the Haste XV grip tape, and the Recon comb. And then for this Ram 9's, anytime I pick this thing up on ground loot, even though it did get a nerf, I don't lose a lot of gunfights with it, so keep that in mind. Next, we have the Holger 556 and the Striker 9. Loving both of these still. Holger 556 did get a slight recoil buff, more of a tweaking so that it's a little bit more predictable. And then the Striker 9 is still very solid. I like the Striker a little bit more just because of the accuracy part of things, but the Striker 9, perfectly okay to use. So Holger 556, we're going with the Cassis brake muzzle, the Bruin heavy support grip underbarrel if you have trouble with horizontal recoil control. If you don't, if you like more help with the vertical, Chimera Rhine 03 vertical grip, very solid option. Look at the stats here: recoil gun kick, vertical recoil 14 and 12%. There's another one I've been trying out that I have been getting recommended constantly, which is the Bruin pivot vertical grip. So you got 16% there for recoil gun kick and 12% on vertical recoil. This takes away 6% ADS speed and 2% sprint to fire, and the Chimera 4%, 2% speed of fire. So they're pretty close. The Bruin pivot vertical grip has 2% more on the recoil gun kick. So, you know, take that information, do with it what you will. I recommend the Bruin or the Chimera for vertical. So then we're running the 40 round mag and the Jack glassless optic, and I like the Adel assault stock here for even more recoil control and gun kick control. Show these to you here in the firing range. Holger, just very little recoil, and it's a lot more predictable, like I said, with the buff. Very solid as well. And for the Striker 9, I'm running the Zeman compensated flash muzzle, the DR6 hand stop underbarrel, the 50 round drum, the Jack glassless optic, the Lockman MK2 light stock, the Morse dot sight here, and the Lockman MK2 light stock. This new Morse sight comes with a Morse sniper, but you can put it on SMGs and ARs and battle rifles, and it's pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm getting used to it. I'm having a lot of fun running it, so completely up to you there. If you want to go to the 40 round mag here, if you're running solos and duos, completely up to you as well. For loadout number 3, we're going with the Bruin MK9. Now, the Bruin MK9 is my favorite weapon to run overall. It's just so consistent, very accurate, middle of the pack TTK, and we'll show you that here. All right, so we got the NTZ 556, very solid. The SOA Subverter is the #1 overall when it comes to longer range. Past 25 meters, and you're looking at 45. You go past anywhere past 50 here, SOA Subverter's it. Bump that up to the 70 meter range, but you're looking at SOA Subverter. Kind of falls off though when you're going from around 27 meters all the way to almost 50 meters, and then after 50 meters SOA Subverters, you're going to be your main option. But look what's right next to it, the Bruin MK9. The Bruin MK9, very, very solid, beats out the MTZ 556, by the way, all the way up to about around 32 meters ish, 33 meters there, and has a damage drop off. So from 32 meters, 34 meters to around that 50 meter range, 51 meter range. It's bottom of the pack of the top 5, but anything after that, you're looking at number 2 overall, and it's so accurate too, so keep that in mind as well. So that's why I like the Bruin overall. I think just this range right here is really, really solid, and for how accurate it is, it's a lot of fun to run. And then we have the Striker. The Striker this time is my movement striker. My movement striker has been so much fun to run, and it's very accurate even without a stock on it, so we're going to give you that as well today. So for the Bruin, we're going with the Cassis Brake muzzle, XRK Horizon V2 barrel, the Bruin heavy support grip under barrel. Again, if you want vertical recoil help, Chimera 60 round mag, and the Jag classless optic. And then of course you have the Bruin here, which is just an absolute laser beam, man. Again, it does hang with that SOA Subverter, and I like it more than the SOA Subverter strictly because out at range, and you'll see that here in a minute with the SOA Subverter, it's just so much more consistent. And for that movement striker, we're going with the Zimmett 35 compensated muzzle, Striker stubby barrel, DR6 hand stop underbarrel, 48 round mag, and the no stock. This is the fastest SMG right now in the game as far as speed goes. I mean, it's just, thing is crazy. Only thing really close to it is the MCW with the conversion kit on it. But man, look how accurate this thing is. That's with no stock on it. That is wildly good. So next we have the MTZ 556. This is at number 2 for me. It is very, very solid. A lot of people are running it. And then I have the WSP9 with this as well. For this MTZ 556, Cassis Brake muzzle, MTZ Drifter heavy long barrel. Some people run the Clinch Pro barrel here, but I'm not a fan. I like the Drifter because it does help with the recoil as well, and it gives it even more effective damage range, quite a bit more actually. So completely up to you there, but I like the Drifter heavy. Bruin heavy support grip, Chimera if you need vertical help, 50 round drum, Jag glass optic. Show this to you in the firing range. Again, this one's very, very accurate as well. It's probably the closest thing we've had to an M13 meta in a while. And then for that WSP9, we're going with the Zimmett 35 compensated flash muzzle, the DR6 hand stop underbarrel, no stock, Marauder grip, and the 50 round or 40 round drum. This one's built for speed as well. It's pretty fast also. I think the Striker's a little bit better, but as far as TTK goes, yeah, you're not beating this one either. It's very accurate as well. It's probably the little tough there at range. I mean, you're not going to use it that way anyway, especially with no stock on it. But right here, short range and mid range, very, very solid. And then at number 1, we have the SOA Subverter. Now I put this at number 1 because of the TTK. The TTK is ridiculous. It's so good. And again, we're here on GGs.ai, sponsor of the stream, but they get all their information. They're kind of partnered with True Game Data, and so they get a lot of info from him, and then they bring it over here. And then we've got a really cool website here, man. You guys gotta check it out. Link will be down in the description of the bio for sure for you guys. But we go over here and we have the SOA Subverter in orange here, all the way up to almost 28 meters, 26 meters. It's number 1. Again, it drops down at 27. At that 50 meter mark, you're looking at the SOA Subverter all the way. And on True Game Data here, it's got it at number 1 all the way. SOA Subverter's number 1 100% of the time for me as far as TTK goes. Now for accuracy, I prefer the Bruin. As for ranked, Bruin for me. But if you're looking for high TTK, the best TTK, I'm going SOA Subverter for sure. And then I've got that paired with the HRM9. HRM9 is my favorite SMG, especially to run with that Bruin. So completely up to you there, but I'm loving both of these. So for that SOA Subverter, we're going with Cassis Break Muzzle, Dozer 90 Long Barrel, the Bruin Heavy Support Grip Underbarrel for horizontal, Chimera for vertical, 50 round drum, and that Jag Glasses Optic again. So this one too here in the firing range. Again, right here, mid-range, perfect for Rebirth Island, perfect. And then right here is where I have trouble. It's harder to control for me than the Bruin. So that's why I like the Bruin a little bit more. But I mean, right up here though, you're not missing shots at all. Yeah, it's just, I was a little better on my part, but again, it's tough for me at range right there. I don't know, it's got a weird recoil pattern, maybe extended recoil pattern for me. So I like the Bruin a little bit better there, but as far as TTK goes, SOA Subverter is it. Then for the HRM9, Zimmern 35 compensated muzzle, Thorn 90 barrel, the R6 hand stop underbarrel, 50 round drum, and the folding stock. Then for that HRM9, this thing's just so good, man. I'm loving this thing for sure. WSP9, HRM9, and Striker for me. That's my top three, 100%. Let me show you the TTK charts on these SMGs as well. I've got this set to 30 meters right here, so keep that in mind as well. But you're looking at a WSP9 is the #1 TTK SMG up to 18 meters, which is way more than you should be using an SMG for anyway. So if you're looking for the #1 TTK, WSP9 is your go-to. Now it does have that open bolt delay, so like when you squeeze your trigger right here, it's going to have a slight delay before it actually fires. So keep that in mind. And that's why I have the HRM9 above it, strictly because of that. So if you're in a head-to-head gunfight, fire at the same time, you're going to end up losing a gunfight strictly because of that bullet delay. But if you pull the trigger before your enemy, you're set. WSP9 is going to win. Then we got, so that HRM9's right here. It's so good. So HRM9, WSP9 right there. Striker 9 technically is better when it comes to TTK, but like I said, that Striker is so accurate. I'm just not missing any shots, so that really bumps that up for me. Then the Ram 9 is still pretty solid, even after the nerf. Looks really good. And of course, that MCW SMG type build is going to be your #1 overall anyway. But yeah, let's go ahead and give you a loadout for that MCW SMG build because it's going to be #1 as far as TTK goes. But I would expect it getting a nerf pretty soon. So I'm going with the integral barrel, the Chimera integral barrel, the DR6 hand stop underbarrel, the blackout high grain rounds, 40 round mag, and of course you're going to have that Jack Raven kit on there. But like I said, other than that Striker, this is probably the fastest movement SMG, and then you got that WSB9, but this one's faster, and of course it's super accurate, and the TTK is wildly insane. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you don't miss another video like this or like any of these. We'll see you in the next one.